Good morning, Brad here, stepping in for Lesley for today's YouTube Live from the OPC channel. Today we're going to be covering 6 tips for traveling with your dogs. I know I put 5 in the title, but we got a bonus one for you today. This is Bayonne. If you haven't met him yet, then you should come meet us while we're on the road. Lesley and I have now driven with dogs, 3 of them to be in fact. I'm going to put him down here. I know, you're heavy, buddy. Lesley and I have now driven more than 30,000 miles around the United States with our dogs to go on tour, which is actually, I was looking this up last night, it's kind of insane. It is more than an entire drive around the planet Earth. So we have a ton of experience traveling with our dogs, and I'm going to get into those 6 tips for you today. All right, tip number 1 is you are going to want some kind of a go bag, right? So we found this really fun bag on Amazon, and in this bag, it's got all the pouches and zippers and all the things, but it actually has miniature bags for dog food. They're actually out in the other room being filled right now. They come with your water. We've thrown in a couple of extra goodies in here, like the booties, right? Just in case those are needed. One thing that you'll always want to have in your go bag is a super long leash, right? You want to grab like a 30-foot lead or whatever. And we even have a corkscrew that you can put into the ground so that you can tie them to that. And that way you can sit out in a chair and they can run around with you, around you. Another thing that we love to have in our go bag are blinky collars, right? So at night, they're easy to see if you're out at a dog park or some other location. So these things are really, really beneficial to keep everything together so that when you're running out the door, you can just grab the bag and you already know you've got all the things, right? So another thing that doesn't quite fit in the go bag is Bayonne's Chuck It. He is obsessed. It's all he actually wants to do is find the ball, play with that ball. We'll also take a 5-gallon jug of water with us so that no matter where we are, at all times, we always have water for the dogs, and we'll put that basically right alongside their food. Another thing that we absolutely recommend for you, this is tip number 2. Come here, Bayonne. Come back. We got air tags for these little guys, right? So that way, if they ever did happen to get out in a city somewhere, we can pull up our phone and we can actually just track them, and we can find out exactly where they are. Air tags work, if you're not familiar, they basically connect to all iPhones, literally around the world, right? So if you drop the air tag in your luggage and it ends up in a different city, you'll know where it ended up, right? And in our case, we have it for all of our dogs. We just got a little attachment for their collar, and then we'll take, we've got it on my phone, and it's really hilarious when I get a notification saying, you have forgotten your item, because that's what your phone says. If we, leave them in the van, will we step out and grab a bite to eat or something? So that's tip number 2. Number 3, dog parks. We literally plan our entire tour around where we're going, driving to teach, and then before or after the event, we find a local dog park. And it's really helpful to have that like immediately at your fingertips as you're going on the road, so that once you get there, you already know what your plan is, right? We use a really fun tool to plan our tours. We call it, it's called Wanderlog. And that makes it really easy for us to see, okay, cool, here's where we're going to be, then we're going to plan for lunch, and then we're going to hit the dog park, and then we're going to drive on to the next location, right? So dog parks are crucial for getting a little bit of exercise for your dogs. We also take them on walks in the morning or at night. We'll actually walk around a city that we're in. One thing that we found that's been really helpful is Love's Travel Stops actually have a dog park in the gas station area. So just to the side, there's always some kind of a dog park in a grassy area. So Love's is really helpful for that. We take advantage of that all the time. Okay, number 4, our dog-friendly restaurants. So I was telling you, while we're planning that trip using that tool, Wanderlog, we often will include we'll call ahead and we'll ask, hey, do you guys have a patio? Are you dog friendly? How does that work? Is it going to be a problem if we have multiple dogs, on the patio? All those kinds of things, and that just again really eases it up for when we do want to bring them with us when we're out and about, especially if it's hot. We're very conscientious of that. So parking in the shade is always beneficial for that. But if you can bring your dogs with you out to the restaurant patio, that's always a win, right? So next up, number 5, dogs literally thrive on routine and rules, right? So when they know the rules, they can succeed. When they have a routine, then they know what to expect, right? And they want to be in that routine, especially Bayonne, who you met. He literally wakes up at 5 in the morning every day, because this is when Lesley gets up to take a walk. So he is up and ready and waiting, and it's this amazing internal clock that he has, right? So in the morning, they take a walk, they come back, Lesley makes food for him, and then and then he goes about his day. So when we're on the road, we try to replicate that routine as much as we possibly can. We will take the dogs with us. In the morning, we'll get up and we'll take a walk around the block or around wherever we're at to help maintain that consistency. Dogs really they are. So we are changing one of the things that is important to them, which is their consistent environment, right? Obviously, when they're not at home and they're in the van, everything's changing all the time. So the more that you can be consistent with their existing routine while on the road, the better off they're going to be, the more at ease they're going to be. And that bonus point that I was telling you about, point number 6, is actually going to be about taking their stuff with them. So bring their dog bed because it smells like them. Bring your blanket or something because it smells like you. When you're out and about, and if you do have to leave them briefly in the vehicle while you go, run into a gas station or whatever, they're still going to smell you, and they're going to know, okay, this is home for the time being. This is going to allow them to feel at ease, knowing that you're going to return to the van, to the car, to the whatever, that location. Like, for example, when we go, while we're on the road, maybe we stay at our friend's house, right? Well, if we, and we'll bring the dogs inside to the guest bedroom or something like that, we'll actually bring their bed in with us and put it on the floor. If we then all go out for breakfast or something and the dogs stay in our friends' homes, they have the familiar smells of our pillow, their dog bed, a blanket or a sweatshirt or something like that allows them to feel like, okay, this is familiar to me. And that is really going to help them be more calm and to cut that anxiety. Our dogs have been with us all over the United States. We've hiked them up mountains. We've hiked them through deserts. We've walked through, down streams and rivers and forests and stuff. And, ultimately, your dog just wants to be with you, is the biggest thing that we found. They just love being around us. And so when we go on the road with them, they love it. They absolutely love it. They just want to spend more time with us. And I have a feeling your dog does too. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave those in the chat below. And thank you very much this week for tuning in to our weekly live. We go live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific here on this channel. And for all those watching today, we do have a special offer for our online Pilates classes website, where you can take classes online, workshops online. Currently, right now, we're doing summer camp. You're looking at the camp director. Just go to onlinepilatesclasses.com/YouTube for a very special offer that's just for you because you're here on YouTube watching this. onlinepilatesclasses.com/YouTube. Again, my name is Brad. Thanks so much for tuning in today, and we'll see you at the next one. Bye now.